Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Cislina Grosser-Ledbetter. I work in higher education as Executive Director of Health and Wellness. I've been doing that for fun for the past 10, 15 years. My team refers to me as Cislina or Dr. Ledbetter or Dr. Cis. However, I am most affectionately known as Dina by all of the people that I know and the people that love me, and in particular by the people who shaped me. I've done many interviews, dozens and probably hundreds by now, none more important than this one. I am aware of the privilege and the honor to have the opportunity to speak to a woman who has lived on this earth for 94 years. She is the sister of my grandfather, Benjamin Outlaw, and the mother of many, and I will get to that soon, Mary Rose Spivey, which we didn't know was her name until we became adults because we knew her as Aunt Mae Rose.
Aunt Mae Rose.
Aunt Mae Rose. And she is considered a part of the greatest generation, or the World War II generation. This is a generation that has been defined by people that were born between 1901 and 1927. She's a contemporary of the likes of Cicely Tyson and Billie Holiday and Zora Neale Hurston and Jesse Owens, A. Philip Randolph and Dorothy Dandridge and Charles Drew, and so many others. This is a gift to be able to have this conversation today with my Aunt Mae Rose. Her mama was my grandmama that I never called great grandma because she was just grandma to me. And her mama was Hattie Bond Outlaw. And she was born in, and I don't know if it was 1888, but Brenda or Aunt Mae Rose will correct me. She lived more than 100 years.
You're about right.
About right. Yeah, we really don't know. And there's a story behind that. We actually captured that story. My sister, Bernadette Ranger, who's holding the camera. She's behind the camera. Give it up for those who are holding the camera. But she died peacefully in her sleep in, I believe, 1994. Or 96, I'm not sure.
Yeah, she was, you talking about grandma?
Yeah.
She was at the hospital. And she died at the hospital in her sleep.
Yeah, in her sleep. And we did an interview with Grandma Hattie in the 80s. My sister actually did that interview and we lost it to a flood. And so I'm just so thrilled to be able to have a conversation with Aunt Mae Rose. She's 94 years and 6 days. She was born on a Monday. I don't know if you knew that, Aunt Mae Rose. You were born on a Monday. December 27th, 1926.
1926. That right, Aunt Mae Rose? Yeah.
That makes you a fabulous Capricorn and a part of the greatest generation. Yeah. And so I want to ask, my first question is, how are you doing today?
Oh, how you doing today, she asked.
How you doing
today?
Oh, I'm doing good today.
Yeah, you're doing good today. You look so pretty in your red and in your gold necklace. You look mighty fancy.
Yeah. You say you look pretty on your gold necklace and your red. No, thanks. Come on, take the compliment.
Thank you.
Say thank you. Take the compliment.
Yeah.
So take the compliment. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And so Aunt Mae Rose, I want to kind of ask you a little bit about what your early memories are growing up. Where were you born?
Where were you born?
Where were you born?
I was born December.
Where? In Windsor. Huh? You were born in Windsor? What? You were born in Windsor, right?
Oh, I was born in Windsor.
Windsor, North Carolina. Yeah.
They had the midwife.
The midwife, she was born at home.
Oh, you were born at home. Okay. So I can't.
All the folks.
Miss Hazel's daughter's folks.
Okay.
She was the midwife.
Oh, Miss Hazel was the midwife.
Right. Okay. And so what do you remember about growing up in the house with Grandma Hattie? What do you remember about growing up in Windsor?
What do you remember about growing up in the house with Grandma Hattie?
What do I remember?
Yeah. Do you remember working?
Yeah, just work and my mama sent to the tree and I had to work.
Oh, yeah? What did you do for work?
Work for these white folk cooking.
Oh, she's
When you were a little girl, what about when you were a little girl?
You were a little girl.
Yeah.
She couldn't go to school. She went to school to 8th grade. And what happened after that, Mom? What happened after Henry Jones did what? Some man told y'all couldn't go to school. Tell her.
Yeah, the man, Miss Henry Jones said we couldn't go to school.
Because y'all had to work.
Is that right?
We had to work.
So
okay, and how old were you at that time?
How old were you? How old were you at that time you stopped school? I know she stopped in the 8th grade. Did you go through 8th grade?
Yeah.
She went through 8th grade and that was it.
That was it.
Okay, okay. And so tell me about that first job, the first time you remember working when you were probably about 13. Do you remember what that was like?
Oh, cooking in the kitchen with white people.
Oh, even at 13 years old, you were cooking in the kitchen for white folks, really?
At 13, you were cooking in the kitchen for white people?
Wow. Okay. Were you by yourself? Were you with your mom? Were there other little girls that were cooking with you?
You were by yourself when you were cooking?
Yeah, no, I'm my mom. She be in her room. She be in the kitchen. No, she be in her room and I'd be in the kitchen cooking.
Okay. And so what kind of things were you cooking?
What kind of food were you cooking, Mom?
Oh, collard green, pig feet,
What else? Chicken.
Yeah, black-eyed peas and everything.
Yeah. Did you have back then when you were young, did you have something that was a favorite to cook?
Did you have a favorite meal you cooked? Did you have a favorite meal that you cooked?
Oh, no.
No, I get it. Whatever you needed to cook, you just got it done.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so I'm going to back up just a little bit back to going to school. Do you remember going to school?
Do you remember going to school?
Yeah, I remember going to school. I had to walk to school. Buses, from Windsor, go out there and pick up other girls and stuff. And we had to walk to school and I was cold when I got to school. The lady told me, said, Miss, if I don't put your hand in the hot water, you cold water. That make them thaw out. Girl.
Wow.
It's too big.
So that was. Go ahead.
On the school bus, they be laughing at us. Oh, we had to walk to school.
Who was laughing?
The kids on the bus.
The folks up there.
The folks riding the bus.
Yeah.
Were they white folks or black folks?
White folks.
White folks.
Black.
Oh, white.
All of them was black.
Yeah.
So how far did you have to walk?
Oh, up that double high school. What you doing? Yeah.
From Springfield?
From Springfield.
That's from
Springfield to there.
I don't go from Springfield up there to the school uptown.
Okay.
Oh, yes, the Etheridge.
Okay. So that was, you walked about,
that might have been about 3-4 miles.
That's probably about, maybe about 1.5 miles or 2 miles, huh? Maybe 2
miles. Yeah.
Yeah. To school and then back, huh? Did you walk back home as well?
Yeah, walk back. They didn't take us and they didn't care us. And we had to walk up there. I walk up there and come back by ourselves.
Oh, okay.
I see. Did you miss many days of school?
What she said?
She said, did you miss many days from school?
No. Every day, honey. Had to go to school.
Yeah. What was your favorite subject?
What she said?
What was your favorite subject in school?
Oh, it was arithmetic. What you call
arithmetic?
It?
Okay, she said arithmetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can count that money, huh?
Count the money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she can count the money. Yeah.
I know that's right. Right. So, yeah,
No,
go ahead.
no. She said, what else?
Oh, I thought she was getting ready to say something else.
Oh.
Okay, okay.
She said, what else? What other?
What else in terms of so your favorite subject was arithmetic. Do you remember your best friend in school?
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was your best friend in school?
None of
She said none of
None
them.
of them.
What did you eat lunch at
Oh,
school?
yeah,
Oh, you had to take your lunch.
I ate lunch at school.
They serve y'all lunch.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That is funny. All right. So, so you walked back and forth to school every day, a couple of miles each way. Where you walk? Huh?
She said the bus passed right by them and wouldn't pick them up either.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Do you? Who did you? Who did you walk? Who did you walk with?
Who did you walk
If you
to
talk,
school
you're
with?
gonna come on screen.
Who
did you walk with?
From my house.
Who?
Yeah, who? Did you walk
you
it?
You and Francis and Catherine, or who you walk with?
Nobody but me.
It was just you. Oh, okay. What the other girls? They were.
Catherine, she was grown and she was going to school. She was going up to the other school. We couldn't go there.
Oh.
Till we finished, you know.
Yeah. Finished elementary school?
Yeah.
Oh. And what grade was that? What grade?
She said 8th grade earlier.
I stopped in the 8th grade.
8th grade. Yeah. Yeah, we got that. So can you tell me, did you walk by yourself?
No, Christian and all of them were walking with me.
She had some more people walking.
Okay. Okay. And none of them you considered your best buddies?
They weren't your friends. They weren't your best friends that walked with you to school.
All of her friends, you know.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So did you have a little boyfriend?
Did you have a boyfriend?
No. I sure didn't, Mama.
Scared of Grandma had it.
Tell me about why you didn't have a boyfriend.
Why you didn't have a boyfriend?
Oh, Mama. She better catch them coming down that road with us.
Oh. Or else.
Yeah.
Or else? Yeah, or else. Or else you don't want to know, right?
How we had a boyfriend. He had to come and share Pino. Oh, but share Pino. And Mom was over there in this room. I ain't seen this. And we was in here. We couldn't shut that door on her.
Oh, okay.
Left that door open.
Left the door open while they was selling peanuts.
Okay. Okay.
No door down.
Got it.
And Catherine was the oldest. And she would go to the door with her boyfriend, but I couldn't go to the door with mine.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
What was your boyfriend's name?
What was your boyfriend's name?
What she said.
What was your friend's name? Your boyfriend. What was his name?
Oh, Billy, son of Mitchell. He would try to go.
Billy Mitchell. Billy, son of Mitchell.
Okay.
Billy tried to talk to you.
I was thinking about it.
That's awesome. All right. So tell me, so back then in the 19, I don't know how old you were when you started hanging out. So what was it like to go out? Where did you go? What kinds of things did you all do? Did you walk at the park, or where did you go? Were there drive-in movies?
Did you go out dancing? You go to the park, or you walk, or what?
Sometimes we go to a dance and Miss Ruff had a place out there where we been at a house living at. Had a piccolo in there. And I won the cake.
She used to win cake dancing contests.
Oh, so that you can dance.
So Aunt Mae, what is a cake dancing? What's cake dancing, Aunt Mae Rose? What's cake dancing?
Mama waited to buy the shoe for me.
Oh, tapping.
I couldn't go out and tap dance.
Oh.
Oh.
She had an opportunity to tap dance, but she said the shoes were too expensive for money to buy, so she didn't ever tap dance. She didn't get no shoes.
I see.
She wasn't able to get me the shoes.
I see. I see. So you danced with, what were you dancing with then?
Who you dancing with when you won them dance contests?
Oh, all I know, no class 5 and
Okay.
People in the neighborhood.
Nice.
A little piccolo joint.
Yeah.
All right. That's my kind of party right there.
She said.
She said that's her kind of party.
The piccolo joint. Yeah. I want to know. Was there live music? Was there live music?
Yeah.
No, you didn't have that. What kind of music y'all had? Is piccolo playing on the piccolo?
That's all.
Just
live music.
Piccolo.
Okay, and so the piccolo is like a jukebox, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Okay. Okay.
But she said
All
she
right.
won the dance contest.
Yeah. And
So you
I'm
can-
Springerboard over behind my. See why y'all come behind me, go, you ain't getting on this cake.
She won the cake.
Him no cake at home and cut it. They get for half, and I kept half.
Oh,
What kind of cake was it?
Coconut cake.
Coconut.
You won coconut cake for dance contests. Now that's my kind of gift.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So what were your favorite songs and your favorite artist for musicians on your piccolo or the juke joint? What were you dancing to? What were you dancing to? What was your favorite song? Tell us about that.
Song back in the day that you were dancing to.
I can't think now, but
Okay.
it
Which
was-
You don't know who played the song?
Huh?
You don't know who played the song? Oh, what was his name?
Let's see what his name.
Sitting on the dock of the bay. What's his name?
Yeah.
Otis Redding.
Is that Otis Redding?
Okay.
Okay.
France used to love when he died. She started crying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me then, that's for those who are going to be watching later, what you're hearing, Brenda Outlaw, and you can correct your last name. I can't remember. Cooper. That is Aunt Mae Rose's daughter. Can you tell us the names of all of your children?
Mom, she want to know the name of all your children.
Oh, Junior, Jim, and Danny boy.
Pat.
That's all. And Pat, Brenda, and
that's it. It's 5.
Yeah.
It's 5.
There's 5 children. Yeah.
Yes.
So Aunt Mae Rose, you have 5 children. So that in some ways that makes you a master of child raising. Tell us about what it was like raising children.
She said, what was it like raising children?
It was hard.
Oh, tell me about what was hard about it. And I know you might have to censor some things because Brenda's there, but we gonna give you a pass and let Brenda let us say whatever she wants today. So tell us about what was hard raising children. What was hard about it?
What was hard about raising children?
Oh, I always say.
What was hard about raising children?
No, I had to have nobody to help me, so I had to get out there, you go across the field, go and chop peanut from the slab, raise my kids.
I see.
Taking pea, chopping peanut, that was kind of hard.
I see. Wow.
And you
that was kind of hard.
Plowed the mule? You ever plowed the mule?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, Mr. Cole used to make a cane out there. You know, Mom used to take her there. Go out there and sit with him. You know, he didn't go with Mom. Just sit there. You cat us with her.
Tell about plowing the mule.
Yeah, she would leave us home.
You plowed the mule too? Did you plow the mule in the field?
No, I didn't plow the mule. I didn't know how to plow.
Oh, okay. Grandma did that mostly, right?
Yeah. Wow, that's great. It's great. It's really interesting. What is so mom is asking your niece, Mary Barrett, which you can see on the screen, who you can see on the screen. She's asking, what do you know about picking cotton?
What you know about picking cotton, Mom? She said, what you know about picking cotton?
Oh, I get on my knees and pick 2 rows.
Oh yeah.
2 rows at a time.
Cotton. Yeah.
And then what?
And I made I made 100 every day.
100 pounds. She picked 100 pounds.
Yeah, Mama told Francis she got to bring 100 pounds.
They had to bring 100 pounds. They had to pick 100 pounds of cotton every day.
Yeah,
Just like
right now, because she said she was still doing how that she wasn't bringing no half.
Is that right?
Francis was a talent. She was something else.
So Aunt Mae Rose, so that we know the names of the folks that you're talking about, tell us about your siblings. Who are your brothers and sisters? Who are they? Tell us the names.
Oh, Catherine, Bud, Toad, and Matt, Ernest.
Yeah.
Francis.
I think that's all.
Francis is the one you've been talking about the most.
Francis.
The one you forgot to mention.
Catherine, Doris. No, Doris was born then. Yes, Catherine and Matt.
Yes.
And Bud and me, you know.
Yeah. So I get it easy because I have one sister and she's my favorite sister. Tell me about your relationships with your siblings. How did that go growing up? Did you have some sibling rivalry? Did you fight with your brothers and sisters at all growing up?
Did you and your brother and sister used to fight when y'all growing up?
No, we didn't fight.
Oh, that's so sweet. She said other folks used to fight us.
But y'all the outlaws, y'all came together.
That meal girl, she fight everything.
Who?
And that meal dog or whatever. She would live right there at your school.
And she would fight.
Over there, so would fight.
Did you fight her back?
I couldn't fight her. I'd be crying hard, trying to get away from her.
Oh my goodness. So who was the protector of all your brothers and sisters? Who was the person who protected you all?
Who was the protector? Yeah, who protected y'all?
Who protected us?
Yeah, so you said you would cry. So who would come up and start fighting?
Was it Bud? Or was it Tony? Uncle Bud.
Uncle Bud would come up and start fighting.
The other girl, the other folks.
Other folks would start fighting. Did Bud and Tony get in it if they saw you?
No.
Oh.
No.
Were they around?
Yeah, they would be working.
Oh, they'd be working. Okay.
So it was your other sisters? Is that what you, like Francis?
Francis didn't fight.
Francis showed did.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
I didn't fight.
But Francis would fight.
So that's who was really protecting you all. That's wonderful. That's, you always got a protector in the family. Wow. Okay. That's great. So when you think about, do you have a very fond memory? What's your favorite memory of growing up? Do you have a fond memory of young adult when you were a young person?
I remember or the fought my favorite them. I don't know what.
Okay.
They were watermelons.
Winning that cake.
She said
watermelon. Oh, watermelons.
That cake.
No, she said watermelon and something else. What were you saying?
What else, Mom? Watermelon, what else?
And cantaloupe, honey.
And
Oh, cantaloupe. Okay.
Yeah, we raised them.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
she said they raised them, and that
Ah.
was her favorite memory.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. So I'm going to pop open a question from your great niece, Ifia. I'm going to unmute you, Ifia, and allow you to ask your question.
That's my daughter.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Hi, Aunt
Ifia,
Mae Rose.
Her
she's
daughter.
gonna ask you a question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh.
So my question is, what is your ideal vacation?
Oh, she said, what is your ideal? What would be your ideal vacation?
Can you see me? Hi.
I turned it off. You there?
In the field.
Your vacation would be in the field?
Vacation when you get away and relax and do.
Yeah.
I don't think they had vacations back in those days. They worked all the time.
Okay. So here, let's ask it a different way. If you could go anywhere you want to travel or go, where would you go? What are you thinking? Where would you go if you could go anywhere?
You want to go anywhere? She said, if you want to go anywhere, where would it be?
I went to Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Oh.
Would you want to go back there now?
No.
Okay. Where you want to go now?
Stayed here.
Oh.
He said, oh, I'm done with that. Okay. Don't ask me where I want to go. It's Philly or bust. Okay.
She used to stay her brother.
Oh,
She used to stay with him.
Philadelphia. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's where some of her Uncle Ernest used to live in Philadelphia, right?
Who you stay with in Philadelphia, Mom?
Ernest.
Ernest.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. So when you think about all of the let me ask you this. Do you remember voting? Did you ever vote for president?
Back in the day.
Yes, I voted.
When you were growing up.
Do you remember the first president that you voted for?
You know the first president you voted for?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Oh, he did now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the name on?
Did you vote in 1965 for Herbert Humphrey?
What you said?
Did you vote for Herbert Humphrey in 1965?
Yeah.
You did. Yeah. Okay. So that would have been the passage of the Voters' Rights Act in 1965. So you voted as soon as you could vote, huh?
You voted as soon as you could vote, Mom.
Yeah. So when have you voted for presidents ever since? Do you vote every 4 years?
Well, I can't get so I can't walk, so I ain't voting no more.
She do the
Okay.
but you did the mail-in voting and
okay.
Absentee voting, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite, either current or former president? Do you have a favorite?
You have a favorite president?
Huh?
You have a favorite president?
Yeah.
Who?
President Kennedy.
Oh, President Kennedy.
President Kennedy. Tell me what you liked about Kennedy, Aunt Mae Rose.
She said, what did you like about Kennedy?
He was just good for colored people.
Yeah.
He was for colored people. Yeah.
Right about that.
Yeah.
That's why
yeah. Do you remember where you were when Kennedy was assassinated?
Where were you when President Kennedy was assassinated? You know where you were? You were in New York. Oh, wait.
Tell me where you were.
Where
were what you were doing.
What were you doing? What were you doing?
Working in the field.
Oh.
You were working in the field when you heard about it, huh? Do you remember how you responded?
You remember how you act? You remember what you did? You remember how you felt when he got killed?
Oh, I felt so sorry, but I did cry, you know, on account of that. Mama said that he gone and ain't nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. Do you remember when Dr. Martin Luther King was also assassinated? Do you remember where you were and what you were doing?
Dr. Martin Luther King, do you remember when he was assassinated?
Oh.
Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
What were you doing at the time? Do you know?
Working in the field.
Oh.
I was working all the time.
What year did Martin Luther King get?
1968. Was it 8? 98? 68. Yeah, 1968.
Okay. Yeah, April 4th, 1968. And do you remember? Do you remember responding anyway when you heard about it? What was your response when you heard about Dr. King? And what were the responses of the people that were working in the field with you?
Okay.
What did they? How do you feel about his death, Martin Luther King?
No.
How did you feel about it when you heard he got killed?
I didn't like it, but they don't like it, but we.
What did other people? What did the other people say about it?
They didn't like it either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Go out.
When you think about growing up and working and having children, what do you want your legacy to be? How do you want people to remember you?
She said, how do you want people to remember you?
I want people to remember me. I be working hard.
That you're a hard worker.
Yeah.
You're a hard worker. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you that I remember the best chicken pot pie of my life came off of your stove. And I think you cooked it. And I have very, very fond memories of running around in Springfield. And it was in the day when you were faster, so you could come after me and catch me. And I also remember you teaching me pottery. You taught me how to make pottery. And I spent many hours sitting in your living room watching all of the beautiful pottery that you would bring home from the kiln, is what you called it. And you would make all these beautiful pieces. Do you still have those pieces?
Yeah, she has some.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty great. I need to take one from you. I don't think I ever took one. They were all so beautiful.
Sure did. I got a picture in there that she did.
Oh, so beautiful. You have very, very good. Do you miss doing that pottery? Do you miss that work?
Do you miss the pottery?
Huh?
Do you miss doing pottery?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was real good at it.
Yeah, she was. So what do you do for fun now? What does Brenda let you out to do?
What you do for fun now?
I don't do right now.
She likes to get up. She likes to get up and watch her TV, her stories.
Okay.
Her Young and the Restless, and Bold and the Beautiful.
Okay. What's your favorite stories, Aunt Mae Rose? What's your favorite show on television?
What's your favorite show on TV, Mom?
Bold and the Beautiful.
The Bold and the Beautiful. That still comes on.
And Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeopardy, right. So you know Alex Trebek from Jeopardy is gone now.
We talk about him all the time.
Yeah. What? So did you liked Alex Trebek, huh?
You like Alex Trebek, right? And she said that when he was making his recordings, she said that she could tell that he was sick and looked like his hands were swollen.
Oh. Wow.
When she was watching them, you know, because he did episodes while he was still alive, while he was sick. And she noticed that.
I see. Wow. That's really, you got some great sense of perception there, really sharp. Yeah, yeah. So, go ahead, Deborah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Somebody was getting ready to say something. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna see if there are any other questions in the chat to open it up. No more questions in the chat. So I'm gonna ask a couple more follow-up questions about the 1954 to 19, some people say as far out as 75, the civil rights movement. Do you remember doing any marching in Windsor or going to any sit-ins in Windsor or doing anything like that related to the movement? Did you do any of that work?
Dan. What did you say, Bernadette? I mean, Dina?
When during the age where the civil rights were really engaged, like between 1954 and 68, 65, what do you remember about being in Windsor? Were you marching? Were you going to any sit-ins in the restaurants? What were you doing?
Town or what?
Yeah.
You
And march.
You see it, Bernadette? Bernadette, look through that glass. That clear.
So tell me about any one event that you remember, Aunt Mae Rose. Any one event that you remember related to the civil rights movement. What march did you march in?
Who you march with? Do you know what march it was?
All the girls.
All the girls?
What was that man named? Flint, Fink.
Where?
Did you march with him?
Who?
That man used to come out and march with people. His name was Flint.
Oh yeah.
Well, y'all used to march down the street of Windsor in the town.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were marching too. You weren't just working in the field. You were also letting your voice be heard in the movement. Yeah. Okay. So, and then, so we got a question from Ifia. She said, what was the most pivotal civil rights movement during your lifetime? Maybe it wasn't between 1954 to 68. What was the most pivotal thing that you remember in terms of rights, the types of rights for Black people? What do you remember being most impactful?
Remember back in the days about the rights of Black people? What do you remember? Something that stands out. What was it? Do you know?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would like to share with the family or with all of us? What would you like to share?
She's what would you like to tell them?
Open this.
She's what would you like to tell them for, in their lifetime, what they can, wise things that they can do or wise things that have kept you living all these many years?
Yeah.
What would it be? What would it be?
Wise thing.
Like what?
That you can do.
Like what? Treating people right.
Yeah.
And my grandma, she fed the community. She planted vegetables for the community, and she fed the community just about.
Yeah.
Okay. They come there and eat and leave, and she provide a place for them to stay if they had no home.
I see.
So that's my fond memories of mom and grandmama. They always helped somebody, always fed people. They always didn't have a lot of money, but we had plenty of love and plenty of food. So I can never remember a time that I sat to the kitchen table with no food. We always had food.
We always have food. Yeah.
Always. And she always said that she never grew a garden for herself. She grew it for the neighborhood, and she would give the food away.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty impactful. I think that must have been a common theme in the family because your brother, Benjamin, right, or Toady, he also had the same philosophy: feed everybody. Feed everybody all the
Yeah.
time, anytime. They just walk in the house and grab some food and leave. That's just the way, that was the household we grew up in. Right. And then there's a question from, so Ifea said, what is the one thing you always told your kids, Aunt Mae Rose? What did you always tell your kids? Let's see if you can remember that. What was one thing you always told us?
One thing you always told your children. What is one thing you always told your children?
Tell them don't steal and work, get your money.
That's right.
Don't
She
steal
said,
and
Yeah.
oh, that's good. Don't steal it. Work to get your money.
That's right.
That's why math was her best major.
That's why you did your arithmetic.
She said, figure that thing out. Yeah. That's great. So we've got Francine on the line. I don't know if she's unmuted or has a question. Ifea's asked some questions. I don't know if Francine can unmute. So any questions from you, Mom?
Yes.
Okay, so this is your niece.
Yeah, this is May Gladys. I want to know.
It's May, Mama.
Yeah, I want
It's
to
May.
know about my grandfather, Ed Outlaw.
Yeah.
What was he like? Was he a nice man? Or tell me something about your father, Ed Outlaw.
She said she wanted to know about your father, Ed Outlaw. Was he a nice man or what?
Mama said he was. He never hit her, never. Mama said he never hit her. Lord, they were married. Never called her a lie, nothing like that.
So that means he was probably a good husband, but how was he as your dad?
Yeah.
How was he as a father? Was he a good father? Did you remember him?
Yeah, who my dad?
Not much. She said she don't remember too much about him.
Oh, we were just stumbling around, in the house.
Y'all was small.
Yeah.
How old were you when your dad died?
I was just walking around in the house. That's all.
What about maybe my grandchildren age?
No.
Oh, you were smaller than that.
Yeah.
Oh, you were little toddlers. Oh, she was a toddler when her dad died.
No, you were very young, maybe 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, about 7 or 8 years old.
Okay. So then tell us then about Mom, your grandma. I mean, our great grandma, your mama, Grandma Hattie. Tell us something about her. I know you remember her and everything about her, right?
Said that out.
Mama.
Tell her something about Grandma. Your mom.
No, she loved to cook.
Yeah, she was a good cook.
In the field, go to the field and work with us and come back in the morning, come back and we just sit down and eat and go to bed. And no light electricity, nothing like that.
Yeah, lamp lights. Kerosene lights.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you remember the first time you had electricity?
Remember the first time you had lights at the old house?
I know. I made the mama had some money, so they said they go and get their head up some a light to go down there. So she did. I made the mama did. Get the light down there. The light pole was already down there. We just had the money to turn the lights on. So she gave Mama the money, and Mama and then turn the lights on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Mom? All right. I see. I don't know if Francine's unmuted, but tried to unmute her.
How was Uncle Toady growing up? Was he a nice guy?
Mom?
Good. Maxwell?
Yeah.
Ernest? Ernest was just a mean one, wasn't
he? Yeah.
He never changed.
No.
He never changed.
No.
Gruffy old Ernest stayed mean.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Well, is there anything that you would like to leave with us before we bid you adieu and allow you to get on about your day? Do you have anything that you want to share with
You got
us?
anything you want to say to them?
But
She said you got anything you want to say to them before they
Before we
hang up?
go, give us some life lessons.
tell that I enjoyed them
And she enjoyed.
talking to them and ask them about first and all that stuff.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Well, so what about this new generation and all of us that have to keep moving forward? Give us 1 or 2 lessons on how to do this life thing right.
She said work.
Yeah.
She said give
Work.
us a idea or something to keep us going through this life here in this generation. What's some of the things that we can hold on to?
Killing people and stuff.
That's bad. Yeah. They shouldn't be doing that.
Are you telling us to kill people or not to kill people?
Not to.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to get it clear.
Yeah. And she said, what are some things that you can tell us about life?
Got anything? Got any words of wisdom for us, Aunt Mae Rose?
Got words of wisdom for us?
Yeah.
What you want to tell us?
Tell them that
What is
I like them and I'm glad they came and you know, and help us out.
All right.
Everything.
Okay.
Told that Bud and Mac and Honest. All of them dead now.
Yeah. And you are the lone survivor. Yeah.
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 All
I
right.
told you one of there
Pull it.
somewhere.
Pull it down. It just.
Okay. Well, I'm going to officially end the interview, and I want to thank you for taking the time. Oh, these are the siblings. Yes. This is
You have a
wonderful.
picture then?
I will grab that picture and place it into the interview.
No, I have it at home.
I will snap that up. I will snap that
Okay.
picture. I'm gonna screenshot it and bring it in, but those are the siblings to Aunt Mae Rose. Yep.
2003.
2003.
November 2003.
That is great. What a beautiful picture. And that's Uncle Bud, Granddaddy, that's Benjamin, and is that Aunt Mae Rose and Catherine?
Catherine, right.
No, Catherine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 2 boys and her oldest sister.
Right.
Yes, that's right. So that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Wow, what a gift to have.
We had that put on a cake years back when he had a family reunion.
Yeah.
And we inserted Uncle Ernest and inserted Aunt Frances for that.
Yeah, that's great. That is great. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to keep us on, but I'm just going to do the official close to the interview so that there are a couple folks that have joined. But I want to thank you, Aunt Mae Rose, and your daughter Brenda, and my sister Bernadette, and Mary Barrett over here for helping us get through the interview and talk to you and have you share some of the most amazing memories of what it meant to grow up as one of the greatest generation, or also known as the World War II generation. We are so grateful to have you as part of our family, and we do not consider it, we don't take for granted the fact that you are here and still here. You're strong, you're healthy, you look beautiful, and we're just so honored to have you
and not a wrinkle nowhere.
Not a wrinkle. So we're trying to get on your regimen and be as beautiful as you. So so thank you, Aunt Mae Rose.
Thank you,
She said
Aunt Mae
thank
Rose.
She said
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thank y'all.
Yeah. So
We love you.
we love you. We do.